So, it's Friday. Today is Friday. Friday. Friday, September 15th. And I'm working on this little thing right here. It's a Mercury 50 horsepower. Somewhere around 75-ish, 79. So what we actually did, we did the kits. We did the 2 carb kits on both these carburetors, and we didn't do diaphragms. Diaphragm was fine. This is a fuel tank right here, and initially I turned it on a little while ago, and it didn't really want to turn on. I actually drained the battery completely trying to turn it on. Didn't know what was going on. So this is a fuel filter right here. As you can see, it's really hazy and you can't really see inside. So I couldn't really see the condition of the fuel. So I went ahead and I disconnected the fuel line connector. Took off the filter, grabbed the bottle like so, put it here, and this is already fuel that I took out. Well, it's supposed to be fuel. As you notice, it's hazy. It's really hazy. That means there's water in the fuel. Yeah, there's water in the fuel. I was like, man, why am I having a hard time turning it on? So I'm gonna go ahead and I just emptied it out on the floor, and I'm gonna put this bottle right back over here, and I'm gonna put this fuel line right back in there. Hopefully this thing doesn't fall. I'm gonna start priming. All right, so there's not that much fuel in this thing. I drop it. Yeah, let me fix this. Whoa. Don't drop it, guys. One bracket. All right, there we go. We got some fuel now. Alright, so we pumped enough out, and I don't know if you can see that there's a lot of settlement and debris in there. So that came out clean. It was just strange because I guess it was from this last time there was some rain. There was some rain not too long ago. Let me see if I can put y'all somewhere. Alright. Let me put this right there. Put that right there. There we got the fuel sample out. Still a little bit hazy, but not as much. I guess it was probably 2 ounces or 3 ounces of fuel or somewhere around there. But yeah, that's another thing you can check whenever your engine's running a little rough, especially if you're using those little remote tanks in the back. There's a little valve, which is like a pressure release valve or vent valve for those fuel tanks. If your boat is normally or typically out in the open and rains and there's nothing to cover that fuel tank, you know, protect it from the elements and water and rain and snow and stuff like that, and that vent is open, on some, water will find its way inside, and since the water is heavier, it'll settle to the bottom of the fuel tank where the pickup tube is at, that picks up the fuel and takes it all the way up to the carburetors, fuel pump and carburetors. So, and some of these old boats like these, they normally don't have fuel and water separators. They just have a regular filter on there. So eventually water will find its way upstream into the carburetors, and then you'll start having like some misfires, hesitations, running rough, won't idle, since the water is a little bit more thicker. Sometimes they won't push it through the air jets, through the air jets, and but you'll have a lot of idling issues and running rough, sputtering when you're planing out and stuff. So yeah, you can just disconnect the fuel line like I did, find yourself a clear bottle like that one, and you know, either you could tilt the engine, tilt the boat or trailer up to where the pickup tube is almost, you know, at level, and pull out some samples, you know, probably 3 or 4 samples till you feel you're confident that there's no fuel in the system. I mean, no water in the system, I mean. But yeah, right now we didn't see no more water in the bottle. You know, well, it's a little hazy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my own remote tank, separate tank, a little 2-gallon one, and pre-mix it with some 2-stroke oil, and put the hose in it, crank it over, get some fresh fuel going through it, and turn it on, run it, and call it. But yeah, it's like I said, it's a 50 horsepower Mercury. Like I said, it's roughly around 75 or 79. The boat is a Grumman. It's a pretty long one, and it's a wide one. The customer made his own beaver tails. Yeah, those are pretty cool. But yeah, so I guess we'll be back in a little bit. Probably when the engine's running, and see how the little telltale water pressure's showing, to see if it's circulating right. Make sure the engine's running good, and call it. All right, my name's Paul Repair Shop, Automotive Repair, and I'm out.